My social venture is on building a website to help people in my community who are in need. The challenges are that many elderly residents and low-income families struggle with basic household tasks due to age, disability, or financial hardship. Living conditions can become unsafe or uncomfortable, increasing isolation and hardship. Some community members face short-term housing insecurity with no safe place to stay. Who and where it serves. So it's to serve elderly individuals and families living in my community of Narragansett, Rhode Island, and the residents in crisis who may need temporary shelter. The solution/service is a website that connects volunteers and donors with people needing help, provides manual labor assistance, yard work, repairs, cleaning, and meal support. Long-term goal is to build a safe home for up to 2-night stays in emergencies. My solution to the project, my venture overview, is a community-focused website and volunteer network designed to support elderly residents and low-income families. It matches volunteers and donors with people who need either household help like manual labor work or a meal, our meals weekly, or emergency shelter for up to 2 nights. The key features is the manual labor. It's going to include yard work, basic repairs, and household chores. The meal services are coordinated meal prep or deliveries for those unable to cook or afford food. Volunteer coordination, easy sign-ups for community members to offer time, skills, or donations. Resource hub, central place for information on local services and support. And the future vision is to hopefully establish a small emergency shelter for up to 2 nights for those in crisis. Impact goal, build a stronger, more connected community where vulnerable residents can access help quickly and with dignity. Reduce isolation, unsafe living conditions, and short-term homelessness for people in my community. The target community is for elderly residents in my community of Narragansett who struggle with household tasks due to age or disability. Low-income families who cannot afford services like repairs, yard work, or meal prep. And residents experience short-term housing crisis who may need shelter. The inclusion and design process is inspired by family experiences that my grandparents. I thought of my grandparents because as an older couple, they aren't able to do manual labor such as mow the lawn or simple manual labor things to the house. And so I thought that was for people to help older and elderly. My church, the church partnership, my church hosts a weekly community meal. So I'm building the effort to try and make it a different day. So not only can these people get meals once a week, but twice a week now. I want to talk with elderly neighbors, church members, and families in need about what services would help most. And collaborative planning. I consulted with local shelters, food banks, and to understand and find the needs and refine the idea. And continuous feedback is planned to gather suggestions from meal attendees and volunteers to adjust services as the venture grows. My mission is to provide practical help and compassion to elderly residents, low-income family, and individuals in crisis by connecting them with volunteers for household tasks, meals, and short-term shelter. My vision is to build a stronger, more connected community where no one faces hardship alone and neighbors actively support one another. My core values is compassion, treat everyone with dignity and care, community, strengthen local bonds, through service and connection, integrity, being transparent, trustworthy, and reliable. The service go beyond basic help to uplift and empower. And sustainability, grow responsibly to create long-term impact. The value proposition offers a simple online platform linking volunteers, donors, and people in need. Delivers hands-on immediate help, manual labor, meals, and crisis shelter while expanding on existing community efforts like my church meal program. And it creates opportunities for residents to give back locally and see their impact directly. My solution will be delivered by a website I would like to code the website where it's like a central hub for members, whether they are volunteers, donors, or people receiving this service, to go and sign up. Volunteer coordination. I'd like to have someone in charge of that so that requests match with nearby volunteers based on skills, availability, and location. Notifications and scheduling tools ensuring timely assistance. Meal support expansion. Build on my church weekly meal program by adding another day for meal distribution and uses church facilities or community space for preparation and pickup. In the manual labor, the volunteers dispatched for yard work, repairs, or other household tasks, supplies, and tools donated or loaned through community partnerships. And for the future, the emergency shelter would secure temporary lodging for up to 2 nights and managed by volunteers and organized partnerships to provide a safe, warm, welcoming environment. The ongoing feedback and improvement I would like to collect inputs from recipients, volunteers, and partners to refine services and ensure accessibility. To quantify the success of my business, I will track both quantitative outcomes and community feedback. Qualifiable indicators will be the number of families helped, meals served, and volunteers who helped out, as well as the number and the timeliness of requests met. Besides these numbers, I will collect testimonials and feedback from recipients, volunteers, and partnering organizations, my church, and local shelters to assess the quality and impact of my services. Ongoing follow-ups and surveys will enable areas to be found that need improvement, so that the website expansion to the meal program and future shelter are all responsive to real community needs. Over time, growth and participation and increased local engagement will be unequivocal indicators of success and lasting community effect.